Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to talk about the Harman camera by Ilford. So if you guys don't know, Ilford started making these cameras. Actually, a lot of manufacturers started making these cameras not too long ago, and they're all like reusable, obviously portable 35mm film cameras. So this one was at my local camera store, and when I saw it, I figured this might actually be a good video to make because I've never actually shot with one, nor have I bought in a reusable camera like this ever. So I picked it up from my local camera store. It was $29.99 California money, so US dollars. And yeah, so I brought it home, opened it up. Okay, so that right there is the Harman camera. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. For $29.99, I really didn't expect it to be super great. Honestly, I was a little bit surprised with how good it is, but also disappointed with how bad it is, if that makes any sense. So basically, when you look at this camera, it just looks like a disposable camera. Obviously, you could open up the back, so that's something that's different from a disposable camera, but it feels like a disposable camera. It has no bulk to it whatsoever. When you shake it, you could hear like a noise in there. That's the spool right there. And in order to do flash, you have to click this little button here, and it reloads the flash here until this light up here turns red. So with all that being said, camera, a little bit disappointing, but that's not all that matters with this type of camera. Obviously, when you buy a camera, you're looking for image, and that's pretty much it. So with this camera, it came with Kentmere 400 pan, I believe is what it's called. Hold on, let me get the box. Kentmere pan 400 is the film that it comes with. It actually comes with two of them, which honestly for $30 is actually a pretty good deal since you get a reusable camera and two rolls of film that holds 36 exposures each. So altogether, it's a super good package for what you get, which by the way, I'm talking positive about this camera right now. So I just thought that I should mention I'm not sponsored by Ilford or anybody. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart and out of the own money out of my own pocket. Okay, so without further ado, I've been kind of talking about this camera for a second. Like I did say before, this camera is very plasticky. It feels like it's going to break any minute. I would not trust it if you dropped it. I would use this little strap that comes with it. It's already inside of the camera, so you can't really take it out anyway unless you snip it with scissors, but I wouldn't do that. I would actually use it because it does come in handy. So without further ado, let's look at some of the images that I shot with this thing. Yeah, I planned on making a full video about this camera like in one sitting, but yeah, there's a lot of photos I'd have to take, so I wanted to kind of give it some time. So let's get to those photos now. All right, so I just grabbed my iPad here and I'm going to go through the photos. I'm going to look at them. I'm not going to go through every single one, but I'm going to go through some of them so you guys kind of get an idea of what you guys are working with. The first image here is obviously no good. I don't know what happened. It looks like the very beginning of the roll. I don't even know what I took a picture of. I mean, I see like my lamp right there, but that's about it. Yeah, so we're going to go to the next photo. All right, so this next photo here, me and Jazz actually went out to the beach, went out to Carmel, California, out in that area. And yeah, super pretty day. This was my first official image with this camera. And we're just driving by the coastline and I just wanted to quickly take a snapshot. So all I did, took my camera, rolled it up, took a shot, and this is what we got from it. And honestly, it's pretty good. The camera just has like this little plastic lens on it, I believe. Don't expect the best image quality, but like I did say, for $30, it's really not all that bad. So this photo I took when we were driving on the side of the road, and obviously don't do that. I'm not condoning it, so don't take random pictures when you're driving. Pay attention to the road. But yeah, I just quickly snapped a photo as we were driving by, and you can kind of see like there's this like light leak going on the right-hand side of the image. I'm not really sure what that's about. It could be the camera, but it could also be due to the lab doing something. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so this photo right here is by far my favorite of the entire roll. So we stopped on the side of the road because we actually saw a photographer with like his family or some people gathered around, and they were just taking some photos of these cows on the side of the beach. And honestly, super cool image. I wanted to get up closer, but obviously since I know how it feels to be a photographer when you're out doing stuff, you don't want to get somebody else's shot, like it's kind of their shot, so I kind of stay away. But yeah, I just kind of walked up to it, took a photo really quick, and then left. But I'm really happy with this photo. No light leaks or anything, but as you could see, like there's a lot of distortion on the sides, like a lot, and that just has to do with the lens. It's very, very circular. It kind of reminds me of like a little fisheye. I'm not 100% sure what kind of lens it is or what the focal length is, but it's not bad. I mean, it's plastic, so what can you expect? So as you can see here, Once again, it kind of looks similar to the very, very first photo I showed you guys. A lot of grain in this photo as well. Blown out sky. There is no dials or anything with this camera at all. What you see is what you get. The camera just kind of does the rest by itself. So keep that in mind when you're shooting this camera. All right, so this photo right here, we were actually on the beach at this point. Well, not on it, but we were above the beach. I kind of walked out there, took a quick photo, and this is what I got. I actually took some video when we were out there. I'm not sure if I still have it. If I do, I will put it right here. And yeah, it was a super pretty day. And like I said, I wanted to make a whole video about this entire day, but that didn't happen. So yeah, next time. All right, so this is the photo that I took of Jazz. This photo looks really good. I want to actually try using this camera more as like a portrait kind of camera. I think that'll be my next thing that I try. I might do it with color too and just kind of see how it comes out. So this photo was taken over here at the Aftershock Festival. The next few, I'm just going to go through them really quick. Just for being like a little snapshotty camera, it's really good. And that's really the main draw of this camera. You don't expect perfection with a cheap $30 camera like this. And even then, it's not even a $30 camera. You're actually paying like $10 considering you're getting 2 rolls of film too. Pretty happy with it. Definitely not a waste of 30 bucks. So this one over here is, I mean, I like it, obviously, but I like it because it's just very snapshotty. And as I just said, this is what this camera's made for. So I'm going to have to definitely use it more often and try to get more interesting shots. All right, so I'm going to go through these last ones really quick. I'm just going to scroll them up on the screen. But I took these ones because I was taking way too long to finish this entire roll of film. And I figured I would just go out and snap a couple of photos as Jazz was doing a photo shoot. Just try to finish up the roll as fast as possible. So a lot of this was in the fog, handheld, with one hand as I was holding my phone in the other. But yeah, so that's why you're getting a lot of these like blurs in there. Like I said, the lens is kind of fisheye. So when you're even somewhat close to the lens, you could kind of get your fingers in there. So definitely keep that in mind when you're shooting this camera too. Last but not least, my favorite things of shooting is just light poles. I don't know, or not light poles, but electric poles. Well, I guess a light pole too. But I like shooting those just because I like to end my rules with that. When I run out of ideas, that's what I do. But with all that being said, I talked a lot in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Would I recommend this camera? Yes. I would also say don't expect perfection with it. $30, what can you expect? I want to pick up more of them just because I want to see what the differences are between all of these like portable reusable cameras. Some of them are kind of pricey. Some of them are like 50 bucks, but I'll definitely try to do that sometime in the near future just to kind of try things out. But with all that being said though, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the images. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. So see ya.